Hey, welcome back to the channel. Thank you once again for checking out this video. Really do appreciate it. Hope you're having a fantastic day. This is one I wanted to get to yesterday. You saw the one video I did yesterday. You knew migraine was coming. I'm a little exhausted, but we're going to dig in now. In case you did not hear this yet, Kelsey Mitchell has been cleared by the Indiana Fever. Now, not exactly a surprise, regardless of whether she is staying or she wants to leave. Her getting cleared was going to be the start of the process. Players can start talking to teams on the 21st, and then players can start signing February 1st. So it's going to be interesting to see what happens with Kelsey Mitchell. One thing I am going to credit her for is, unlike Satu Sabali, and I know a lot of people think it's no big deal. I'm not saying it's huge, but it bothers me a little bit how she's put out publicly she's not returning to Dallas. Kelsey has not done that. She has not said she's not coming back. He's just said, "Hey, I'm going to explore my options." I think a lot of free agents say that, and I think even free agents who intend on coming back for leverage and because they owe it to themselves, see what else is out there. See what is out there. I'm probably returning, but hey, something could knock my socks off where I just feel like it's a better situation going forward, and they take it. So, is Kelsey Mitchell leaving? Don't know. I will say this. If she is, I could see that she would. For his main reason is we've heard a lot about what an introvert Kelsey Mitchell is. And in addition to, now, that doesn't mean all introverts don't want to play in front of a lot of fans. I'm not saying that. She seemed to enjoy it eventually, but we forget that in this, if you haven't seen this, Players Tribune, Kelsey Mitchell put a letter there. I've seen a number of athletes that have done this that have over the years that have been really, really good. And hers is one of them as well. I just want to go over some of the things she did say in it that I heard from her before in this earlier in the season. She says, "I'll be honest, the spectacle she's talking about, all the new attention, the new fans, the spectacle is unsettling sometimes. Some of the newer fans have been really hateful online to the incredible women in our league and to me and our Fever players as well." So, that she goes into that a little bit more. Sometimes it was hard to see who was really in it for the love of the game and who wasn't, and I felt it. It affected me a lot on the court and in the post games when we'd get questions about it. At times, it took away the purity for me. I shouldn't even have to say this, but our team doesn't condone any, and then you get the list of the words, the isms and the ists and the phobias and the hate and all that against any group. And there's no place that has no place in our fan base, period. I have no problem using any influence I have to say that, but I also hope that the powers that be will do a better job of advocating for us and making that clear to everybody. We need more institutional support. Now, Kelsey Mitchell sounds no different there than any of the players that have been attacking the Fever fan base all season long. And I'm not saying that to criticize Kelsey Mitchell. What I'm saying is, if you really listen to that and you feel that that is Kelsey Mitchell being completely honest with you, you could understand why, even though she had the best year of her career, even though she played with Caitlin Clark, and it's only going to get better in terms of performance on the court, competing for championships, you can see from this that that may not be enough for Kelsey Mitchell. She may rather be in another situation where she's not necessarily having to deal with that. And again, that is not a criticism, that is an opinion and insight based on her comments that you could understand someone who feels that way, that says that it actually affected her a lot on the court and in the post games. You could see while maybe she doesn't want to return to that situation. So, what if she doesn't? What if she does not want to return? Well, another player who's out there, and when I say out there, free agent, but forward, the Seattle Storm's Gabby Williams, who would be a great fit in Indiana. Now, I don't know if I'm going to be able to show this or not. So if this ends up not being seen, I'm warning you now. I'm going to try and show this. This was the end of the Olympics, but the Olympics, for those who were watching videos at the time, I had one where I had like 7 seconds of content of just a player celebrating after something, and they wouldn't let me show it. Like, the Olympics is very, World War II style leader with their quickness in taking down any content of theirs anywhere else, no matter whether it's fair use or not. It gets down and YouTube complies. So this was the end of the Olympics. France with Gabby Williams down 3 points. Well, 3 points after this free throw, and here we go. And yes, this is there. She is racing down the court. Really tough shot. That is a step away from putting that game, the gold medal match, into overtime. By the way, I'd just like to point out, if I may, I know I did not notice this at the time when it happened, but in looking at this, yeah, I'm gonna take a shot because all of you were fans of the All-Star team anyway over the Olympic team. You're up 3. It's the end of the game. You cannot give up a three-point shot, and you have 4 players basically not playing defense here, right? You made a free throw. Can we remember that? If we go all the way back here, you made a free throw, but you can't get two players rush to one player, right? And if I let me see, that was Gabby, right? Two players rush to Gabby, and she runs right by him. And look at how much separation she created. She's receiving the pass, and they're at half court. I'm sorry, I just went completely off topic, but that's absolutely nuts. Absolutely terrible defense, terrible effort. But anyway, so there's what I'm saying is there's a possibility. I don't know how happy Gabby is in Seattle, if they'd be open to a trade, but we know there's been a lot that's gone on in Seattle with the coaching and bullying allegations and so forth. Jewel Lloyd requested a trade and she wants out. So that is a possibility of a great trade for both Seattle and Indiana if Kelsey Mitchell wants to leave. Other options, of course, you have out there is Kelsey Plum, who it seems wants out of Las Vegas. We know Satu Sabali is leaving. I don't think that would be something that would involve Kelsey Mitchell because you obviously have Arike in Dallas as a shooting guard. That would be an interesting backcourt if you decided to say, hey, we're not going to go with a point guard. We're going to go with Arike and Kelsey out there, and we're going to run. Be interesting to watch. Brianna Stewart, I don't think she's leaving the Liberty. Of course, Kennedy Carter as a free agent. So, and I know one wants to hear it, but strictly from a basketball perspective, if Kelsey Mitchell does leave, signing Kennedy Carter is an option. It is an option. I know that sounds absolutely bonkers, but there you go. I mean, for me, the biggest possibilities if you're talking about trade, Kelsey Plum straight up, Gabby Williams for Kelsey Mitchell is another possibility. I don't think a Sabali Mitchell trade would happen. I think, as I've said before, Sabali for Nalissa Smith is a good straight up trade. I think that would work for both teams because again, Nalissa Smith is actually very talented on the court. You can look at the couple of years she played before all this nonsense blew up with her attitude and Caitlin Clark and Dejanay Carrington and all that. Melissa Smith can play ball. So that might be a very good possibility. But there it is. I'm going to leave it there. I just wanted to speculate a little, talk about that, see what you all think too about Kelsey Mitchell and the vibe you get on whether you think she's going to stay or leave. You know, they all might just say, hey, let's just stay another season. We've got the new CBA coming after that. There's going to be a lot of movement and change because I think a lot of players will sign one-year deals now. And then we'll go from there, see what happens. But let me know your thoughts in the comments below. As always, thank you so much for checking out this video. I really do appreciate it. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I will talk to you later.